Ladies and gentlemen, what the hell is going on in the United States of America? How is it that our supposedly conservative Supreme Court justices rule in favor of illegal criminals and against we, the people, and what we voted for on November 5th of last year? How is it that they vote for and on behalf of and in favor of illegal criminals and against the President of the United States and against the American citizen? You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. The Supreme Court just once again sided with the other side. As soon as you're in, smash that thumbs up, subscribe, leave me a comment. Where are you tuning in from? Let's get right into it. Breaking. Gorsuch and Roberts side with the liberal justices. Illegal alien can ignore deportation deadline if it falls on a weekend or a holiday. And yet another blow to immigration law enforcement. The Supreme Court ruled today 5-4 in Monsalva versus Bondi that illegal aliens granted voluntary departure under federal immigration law can remain in the United States past their court-ordered departure deadline if that deadline happens to fall on a weekend or a legal holiday. Justice Neil Gorsuch authored the majority opinion, joined by Justice Roberts, Sotomayor, Kagan, and Jackson, effectively rewriting the meaning of a 60-day voluntary departure period to accommodate the convenience of deportable individuals, not the rule of law. At the center of the case was Hugo Monsalva, a Mexican national who entered the United States illegally nearly 2 decades ago and was ordered to leave within 60 days. His departure deadline fell on a Saturday, but instead of leaving, he filed a motion to reopen his case on the following Monday. Both the Board of Immigration, listen to this, ladies and gentlemen, both the Board of Immigration Appeals and the 10th Circuit Court of Appeals ruled that he had missed his deadline. But the Supreme Court has now overruled them, injecting ambiguity into what was once a firm immigration deadline. In a strong dissent, Justice Clarence Thomas, joined by Justice Alito, Kavanaugh, and Barrett, blasted the majority for stretching the law beyond its clear terms, arguing that, quote, 60 days means 60 days, not whenever the alien gets around to it. The merits question in this case, whether petitioner left the United States within 60 days after October 12, 2021, is straightforward, Alito wrote in his opinion. So, if you've been in the country illegally, if you enter the country illegally, and if you've been here illegally for decades, years, maybe centuries, I don't know, there are people over 150 years old getting Social Security checks. Maybe you've been here for a few centuries, illegally, never got your papers, and then a court orders you to leave. And then if your deadline falls on a weekend or a holiday, get around to it when you got the chance, buddy. My question is this, and this is what angers me more than anything. How is it that there are all these judges, from circuit judges to appellate courts to the Supreme Court, who are now just siding with illegal aliens, stopping Trump from deporting them? Where the hell were they when Biden was letting in tens of millions of illegals through the southern border? Where the hell were they when the border was wide open? We were being invaded by all these national foreigners. Where were these justices? Where was the Supreme Court? Where was the appellate court? They were doing nothing. And this is the question that I have in my mind for the last several days. If a federal judge can override a sitting president and stop him from deporting illegal aliens, couldn't the same judges stop Joe Biden's invasion? Couldn't these same judges stop Joe Biden's open border policies? Couldn't these judges enforce federal immigration law? They could, but they chose not to. And now, instead of not doing anything like they were for the last 4 years, and just let Trump do what he promised to do and what we voted him to do, they are stopping Trump. So when the invasion was happening, they did nothing. When Trump is cleaning up the country, they are stopping him. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the swamp. That's the cabal. Those are the globalists. That's the one world order. When there's chaos, they do nothing. When someone wants to clean up the chaos, they stop the cleanup. It's ridiculous. We're going to see how this all plays out. But before I wrap this up, ladies and gentlemen, the sponsor of today's video is VERITY Metals. This is a Patriot family, faith-based gold, silver, and precious metals IRA firm, ladies and gentlemen. They are patriots, they are Trump supporters, and they love the patriot community. They protect your finances through physical, constitutional gold and silver. So call or text 480-717-9081. Mention that Vlad sent you. You support the channel and get free silver. Doesn't get better than that. Links are down below in the description. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you on the next one.